You may say that the Christian also claim the same thing. They claim that Christianity is universal religion. So what is the difference between a claim and another claim? I point out that that claim of Christianity is not augmented and supported by its other teachings. While in case of Islam, it is fully supported and witnessed on the authority of its own teachings. For instance, a Christian, a true Christian, who believes in the universality of Christianity, does not have to believe in the truth of Krishna, does not have to believe in the truth of Buddha, does not have to believe in the truth of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In fact, if he is a true Christian, he has to reject the truth of Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So how could it be a universal religion where God is monopolized for one people of a certain time, one tribe of a certain area, and then it claims we are universal, when the prophets of other religions are not even recognized, not even mentioned, when it is not included in the fundamental articles of that, the faith of that religion, that your belief in Jesus will be of no avail to you unless you specifically claim that I believe in Jesus and all other prophets of Allah. No such claim is made in any religion of the world. This is the beauty of Islam. Right? So it has to be universal and the only universal religion.
But sir, if religion gives an order and meaning to life, before Christianity went to Africa, before Islam went to Africa, these people had order in their society.
I know.
They had
because of the shortage of time, I'm cutting you short, not because I don't want to understand your question. I'm cutting you short with due respects because I understood your question before you asked. Because when you referred to the northern area and the tendency, I knew you would come to the question of what about the basic fundamental African religions? Why they should not be treated at par?
The last thing...
Is that right?
I don't want to waste your time. The last thing is, where will Islam put the human greed?
But first let me answer the unfinished question. The question he was raising, he's a very profound man, Right from the beginning he laid the foundation for all the future discussion which was to come. The concept is very valid. I don't reject that. That before Islam went there, before Christianity went there, other foreign religions appeared on the salients of Africa. What about Africans themselves? Were they abandoned by God? Did they not receive any light? You have forgotten that I have already answered this question when I introduced Islam as having the fundamental belief not only that all the parts of the world were recipients of prophets of Allah, but in all times in the past, everywhere in the world, God sent His light. So the African religions are given full authenticity by the claim of the Quran. Why then introduce a new religion? If that is not your question, that should have been.
But then why take that other religion?
And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Because the religions originally were the same, but people who changed them were not the same people. When religions were revealed by Allah to a certain section of society at a certain time, they remained pure only for a while, maybe for a few hundred years. But the change that the hand of time brings about in everything did not spare religions. So it were the man-made changes which created such differences in the fundamental understanding of God that the two or three or four or hundreds of religions, in fact, seem to be claiming different things. God, according to one, is white, and according to the other is black, and according to the other is yellow or pink or this and that. But it's not only about God, about angels, about the life here on earth, about the human rights, about the life after death. All these fundamental religions and secondary so-called religions differ on these points. So, how can you determine which one is the truth? The Holy Quran guides you to the answer of this question in so many different ways. And each way the Holy Quran guides you has to be universally acceptable, because it addresses the whole universe. One way is, it says, وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا.
I'm 75 years of age.
Yes.
I have got 48 grandchildren. I have got 18 children with one wife.
MashaAllah.
I want them to grow in the right way.
Exactly.
And the right way is not universal. Because
I'm coming to this.
we all came
Just-
from our mother's womb naked.
Just a moment, please.
But
God,
when we came, we went to the university, went to the colleges, we learned knowledge for argument.
would you please permit me to answer your question?
Exactly.
First of all, remember, this is not a debate we are holding. If I remain engaged and locked up with only one questioner, then I'll be very unfair to all the guests
You're
here.
right.
Right?
You're
But
right.
let me say one thing in answer to your question. I understood your logic right from the beginning when I inquired from you which part of Uganda you belong to.
That would be
I know
stimulating.
the attitudes and thinkings of the northern people. In fact, during the changeover from chaos to the so-called present government, we did, Ahmadis, help Ugandans come to some conclusion. After Idi Amin, I mean. And we were in touch with the northern people as well as the southern people. And all the dialogue was sent to me for further guidance, and we guided all of them to the best understanding by us as to how these issues should be resolved. So I'm not talking just from my mouth, my lips. I know the problem. The problem, the crux of the matter in the end is that if Ugandan people have a solution for themselves, that solution may not be called a universally acceptable solution. So why the vice versa? Why a solution which is valid for Arabia or for Pakistan should be imposed on the country Uganda? The answer to that question is that it is a valid question. The Holy Quran does not offer any such solution which is time related or area related to be the universal solution. But it speaks of universal principles which, when applied to a particular situation, would resolve the issues of that particular area, not that solutions would be brought from outside, but they would be understood with the help of the Quranic principles in application to the local problems. So far, I think that should suffice. Otherwise, there will be no end to this dialogue. Please, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, although there is time for prayer,